You're listening to a podcast that encourages you to embrace your vulnerabilities and authentic self. This is Your Transformation Station, and this is your host, Greg Favazza.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Your Transformation Station. I'm your host, your one and only Gregory Favazza. I'm here with you today on Monday, March 30th. I'm doing this recording, hanging out, relaxing, enjoying my Monday. Mondays can be difficult just to sit down and really think about where and how far you've came from where you've been. If that makes any sense to you, that'll hit home to you. And now, what do I mean by that? I mean, it's Monday. We just want to get down, nose to the grinding stone, and just fixate on that goal. That's wonderful. That's a great idea. Completely accept that, respect that. But something that I've learned just yesterday, relaxing. It's difficult. It's very difficult to do if you don't really understand how to do it. And why am I talking about relaxing? For the longest time, I've been just throwing my feet up, laying back. I thought I was relaxing. However, I didn't really look down and just look at my fists were still clenched. Like, I was literally still tight, holding my hands. Like, what am I doing? All of a sudden, I had to really think about how to just loosen up and like what that looks like. It's something I haven't really taken the time to do, because I'll wake up and just start going, jumping on the microphone, doing researching, updating the website, cleaning up this mess, updating the cover arts for the podcast, even writing, working on some writing, and it's a pain in the ass, to emails, to setting up guests, to consistently being consistent in the shit I'm doing on my own time, like going to the gym, walking the dogs, hiking. I like to rock, throw like 45 pounds on my back and just go walk into the woods, try to get lost, and also being a father. There's a lot that it entails. It does include like work. Man. But I haven't even just said fuck it and just throw my legs up in the air and just relax. It's been really difficult to do that. And if that's difficult for me, I'm sure it's going to be difficult for somebody else. And it just didn't happen. I didn't just happen to notice. It's just tension building up in my fucking shoulder blades where it's like, God, what am I doing? Like, I don't know. Why aren't I relaxing? Like, why does this take effort to do? And I'm pointing that out to you guys. You guys need a individual that kind of needs to remind you of the basic life essentials. And it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but when you're caught up, you only have so much bandwidth to focus on the bare foundation. And when I say that, I mean, this should be committed to memory by now. This should be understood to the back of your hand, yet it's not. I mean, we're getting older. We're looking at the goals. What I'm saying is these things are perishable. And if we're not focusing on that, who is? Who can you turn to remind you, hey, when was the last time you just took a break? Because if you just keep grinding, you keep pushing yourself, whether it's at the gym every fucking day and you're not recovering, it's useless. Same goes with getting under 7 hours of sleep. It's fucking difficult. I think I can function off of 6 hours About 6 hours and 45 minutes, I think, is the lowest I can go without it affecting my brain. As far as like memory, my attitude, my temperament, thinking clearly, uh, that's about lowest I can go. I don't know as for some people, they say they can do it for 5 hours. Bullshit. That's a bad thing. Because what that tells me is you can probably chug 2 cups of coffee right before bed and still pass out. That is not good at all. For those that are doing that, you need to stop that shit, dude. It's not good for you. It is not good. Uh, but it's important to remember to relax, to think about how far you came and what you have achieved already. I mean, that's kind of what reminds us of our purpose when we start to lose the direction in life. If we kind of fall off the beaten path, I mean, where do we go to when we need to find a source that reminds us of where we have been trying to go to? I'm sure you might have somebody that's special to you, a good friend, sibling, partner. Those are all important to know and to consider when you lose direction, when you lose your direction. It's interesting because when I looked back 20 years from now, I didn't expect myself to be doing this, getting on a microphone, conveying my thoughts, my ideas, my passions, what I think is relevant and what's trending now, and why you should understand it, listen to me. I think it's all really important. Get out of my way, microphone. I think it's all important. And I never thought that I would be doing this stuff. I mean, I can thank my military career. When you start looking after people like their lives depend on it, it really carries over into a lot of realms. And that's something that really goes deep within me that I aspire to do. This is for me. This is shit I wish I had people do for me. I wish, like, hey, Greg, stop fucking up. Greg, I love you. Greg, what do you want to do with your life? And why does that matter to you? That's all important things that we need to consider and to be reminded of. Whether you're ready 5 years into your dream job, do you have that source that can remind you if you're still on the right path? If you're happy, actually really happy, or if you're just choosing the money over what you'd rather be doing. And then, yeah, money does make us happy. And so is being loved by your partner. So is going on a walk with your dog. I mean, that's all important things. Spending time with your children. Those are all things that make us happy. But hey, if you're not on the right path, do you even know that you might be missing that? You're like, oh, these goddamn kids are pissing me off today. Just like, I want them to shut up out there. It's just like they ain't gonna shut up. Like, if you're really thinking that, it's like, what's causing you to miss the bigger picture that, hey, you're living your life right now. It's not, you're going to be living it in fucking 2 years or 1 year. Or if once you get to this next promotion that I can finally start relaxing and enjoying myself. No, you need to be enjoying it now. You need to be reminded of what it's like to be happy with what you have. And it's really difficult to find in ourselves when we're constantly being distracted, overwhelmed, exhausted, burnt out, untethered. There's so many thoughts I can put to this, but my thought is right now to remind you of that very thing that gave you life in the beginning. That idea that vision, that mission. I think that's really important. I think you need to really sit back and just take a moment and just reflect on it, write it down, journal it, whatever helps you connect with you and see if you're still on the right path. Otherwise, it can take a serious wake up call for you to notice, hey, you haven't been feeling happy. Hey, you haven't been meeting these goals that you've been trying to meet. And then you're back rationalizing why you haven't met them and ignoring the real rooted problem and just coming up with a surface answer. And that's not always the case. Then you can say, hey, Greg, maybe you're just looking too deep into it. Well, hey, maybe you haven't tried to look at it if you keep meeting this reoccurring theme. That's the real thought I want to consider here. Is it a reoccurring pattern or is it just a coincidence? And if it's a reoccurring pattern, then what realm of your life is it happening in? And is it rippling out in other realms? Maybe in your decision making. Maybe it's in your critical thinking. Maybe it's the people you spend time with. I mean, there's so many levels of things that affect us and how that can affect us on other levels. But if you just take the time to understand one, then you can understand all. It's not that easy. Look at you making an excuse before you even started. It's like, hey, I don't want to go run because I pulled a muscle. We did. We weren't even talking about running that fast. What if it's like a jog? No, but my focus is just looking at and reminding you these moments of clarity, or if they're moments of suppression, or I would say repression getting out, and you're not catching it. These are all things that link to the same thing. Psychology, it's everywhere. And it's interesting. Take a moment, feel it, sit with it, and avoid going to chat GTP and asking it, hey, why am I feeling this way? It can give you a whole bunch of levels, but it's not really going to give you the same understanding as you sitting down and writing it down on pen and paper. It's like, let me ask ChatGTP to create an episode template. Okay, it creates a template. Does it really have me in it? No. It has an understanding what it would perceive me as, but it doesn't have me. And you can feel that in the content. You can feel that in anyone that shares something that's been not been written by them versus something that has been felt, lived, understood, and put down in their own two words or three, 50. Who knows how many? But yeah, if you haven't been doing that, that's something you should take consideration. Why it's important. What does it matter? Why should it matter? I mean, have you took the time and just kind of asked the ones that are close to you, hey, have I been myself lately? When was the last time I was myself? And now who do you think I am now? Like, what's off about me? Like, hey, you're a little tense in the shoulders, maybe you just need to relax your posture a little bit more. Imagine just the bandwidth alone with, let's say you got tense shoulders. What's what's the conscious effort of that? Like how much calories are you burning just hunched over like that, Like, God damn it. Like all day long, like Just imagine like how many calories, how much bandwidth are you burning? Punched over like a little turtle. You know, I don't know what turtles do if they were to flip over on their shell. So like I imagine they're trying to swim. That's what I used to look like when I would try to swim in a pool. They would call me Scoops, and I would just try to move the whole fucking pool to get to one side to the other. There's no Michael Phelps here, not even close. Yeah. But if you guys aren't feeling that, you haven't recognized that, or if you're not as close to your peer group as you thought you were, where they should have bring something up like, hey, you're kind of off lately. What's going on? Take a moment, feel that out. Is something off? Maybe it's just the change of seasons. I know nobody's looking forward towards humidity. Some people like it, I don't. I prefer the Colorado air. Yes, it's a beautiful place. Missouri is humid as fuck. I'm not looking forward to it at all. No, I'm not. But that's all I got for you guys. Feel that out.